Welcome to the Best by the Worst. The best movies of all time, reviewed by the worst possible critics. If you don't believe us, keep listening to find out.
Sweet.
So what we do? Oops.
Oh shit! Fuck. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. You told me about that already.
How dare you open your drink?
No, it's fine. Slight fizzle. All right.
Are you ready?
Yep. Do I go now?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
is.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hopefully you like your drinks.
Yeah, well, there's no sugar, so that's a good start.
Oh, Dick was
Guilt-free.
right. Passion fruit's the flavour. I can't believe you try to give me what's this? The pineapple nonsense. Pineapple. No, passion fruit's it.
Oh, peach is good. You call him Dick.
His name- oh yeah.
I mean, I got introduced as Richard, so I feel like I'm not yet on Dick level. Like, I feel like.
But it's a good question, right? Like, why do you call people that are named Richard Dick? Why?
So I think it goes from Richard to Rick to Dick, the same way like Robert went to Rob to Bob, you know,
Yeah.
and then
I find that
William to Will to Bill,
Yes,
you know.
but Will to Bill and Rob to Bob. Like, how does that happen though? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like over the years. Like, what's your nickname that you get?
It's my name's Alexander, but I just go by Alex.
Alex,
but it's
yeah.
spelled so I'm from.
So some people go Lex, maybe down the like not you, but you know what I mean.
Because my name's Aleks. It's spelled differently because I'm family's from Serbia.
Oh yeah,
And so-
Aleks.
Aleks. So
How do you feel about Novak Djokovic? Is he like you got a shrine for him at your house or?
shrine, a totem?
Yeah.
I wear him around my neck. I just took it off of the
Man,
podcast.
I'll be honest, Alec. I was not a Novak fan, but I'll be honest, he won me over. Anyone who is like old and quote unquote old for his game and still scaring the crap out of the young ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here for it.
And honestly,
Love it.
Dilruk, I don't know if it's the Serbian thing, but I also grow on people. So
Yeah.
you won't like me initially, and then eventually you grow to love me.
How familiar are you with Serbian bands? Do you know Jabuka?
I don't know.
They have a song called it goes Zap davaj naću pesmu meni.
Are you Serbian?
One of my best friends tours Serbian and bands from Balkan era, and there was this
Yeah.
one particular band, Jabuka something, I forget the second part. Anyway, I memorized that chorus and then just sent him in a video, and then he used that as a promo for his tour.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all these Serbians are like, "Hey, we get this guy to sing the chorus at the live show," and it's a weird dream come true.
Well, of course, you're from Melbourne, right? They're probably Serbs everywhere.
Well, yes, too many, some say, not me.
Sorry, there's not many here in Perth, mate. You're safe.
We should probably explain what's going on.
Yeah, please. I'm lost. I'm here. I got sidetracked by Dick, which is
I
not
always get
the
sidetracked by Dick.
not the first time I've said that.
All right, so we have a special guest this week.
Oh yeah, I'm not even introduced yet.
Dilruk?
Sorry. Hello. Yeah, Dill's fine. Dill's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
You've come on our very little podcast,
Yeah.
and we're excited.
I
to
live
have
in
you on.
Melbourne. I flew all the way to WA just for this podcast. That's
Oh.
how dedicated to the cause of movies and drinks I am. You know.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Man of our heart too. Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, welcome, mate. Welcome to the podcast.
And I did a little bit of research on your Wikipedia today.
Oh, what's that? Because I haven't looked it up. I used to look it up almost daily. Because it was very exciting when I first got one, you know? And then I think, let's see, what's it saying these days? What have you found in your research?
Won a Logie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's
2018.
How
That is correct.
Because I
Yes.
didn't know much about you, right? So when Barrett told me about it, I looked you up and thought, oh, this guy's the real deal.
I haven't done anything since the Logie. That's the sad part. But that part is true. I did win the Logie in 2018.
You're closer to an Oscar than any of us.
True.
Very
True.
true.
So you should be well equipped.
And also, there's like the adjacent thing, which is like who else won that award? You know, the previous winners. There have been Chris Hemsworth,
Ooh.
Simon Baker, Miranda Tapsell, Jason
Great.
Donovan.
Yeah.
You know, he's from Kylie, that fame. I believe Kylie won it as well.
Oh.
Kylie, I think, won like best newcomer as well as the Gold
Yeah.
Logie as well.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
I mean, good category, but haven't done anything
Well,
since.
mate,
And,
we are
and
honoured.
we've got you here for a special reason.
Yes.
Because it's not just coincidence that you're here and didn't fly all this way just for the pod. It's
Yeah.
because the movie, My
Yes.
Fair Lady, 1964, Best Picture.
Well, you and your lovely partner came to my show at the Perth Fringe about a month ago.
Yes.
Or a month since we recorded this. And we were chatting, and then I think Brooke said, are we saying people's names? I don't know what the rules are. Sometimes
that's fine.
people are protective. Brooke said that you got a podcast about movies and stuff where you're going through the best picture winners over the years. And I was like, oh, cool. Have you got to My Fair Lady yet? Because that's like my favorite film of all time. And you're like, oh, well, it's actually coming up. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That feels fortuitous. Let's talk about My Fair Lady because it is legitimately my all-time favorite film. Which sort of people won't pick.
That's wild to us, yeah.
Absolutely. Look, having watched it now, I'm still wondering why. But
oh man, this is not. This is why people don't like Serbians. You do things. You invite me into your home. You make me feel welcome, and then you just can we swear?
Yeah.
Shit all over my face.
yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Just in last episode, I lit up poor Barrett, but we won't get to that.
What was the last movie? What was it?
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
What, like the singer?
The singer named himself after the movie.
Right.
So yeah, it was this really random kind of British comedy movie that won Best Picture.
No idea how it won.
Wow.
Real left field. It's almost like kind of that British slapstick humor a little bit.
And they break
Best Picture.
They break the fourth wall. There's
Well, maybe that was like the first sort of movie to do it, and it was considered groundbreaking.
Or maybe just a shift because before that, there's been movies like Lawrence of Arabia and some like real big epics,
iconic ones.
And I
So, who are the other categories in Tom Jones? Vote the year that Tom Jones won. Do you remember?
Cleopatra came
Well,
into
you
that.
think that would win? That had like huge production budget.
Yeah.
You would think so, yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor's like side bum. That's what memory stuck in my head.
Yeah, but no top. But you know what? Like having come off those big 4-hour like epic movies, like it was kind of refreshing just to see like a comedy, lighthearted movie. It was kind of cool.
Sidetrack. I literally an hour ago came out of the cinemas. I just watched Fackham Hall.
Oh yes,
mate.
What's
It's a new comedy written by Jimmy. Did you see it?
Yes.
How funny!
It is.
It is relentless. I reckon the joke rate alone deserves because of the attempt at a joke, every opportunity they can get. There's like so many jokes just in the background that you just might miss.
Yeah.
It is one after the other, and I'm like, oh, comedy's back, baby. Because it's been a while since there's been a good movie comedy, right? There's been
absolutely.
We're having a chat about this, which is like maybe Bridesmaids might have been the last time something was iconic enough that everyone talked about.
Yeah, it's been slow lately, hasn't it?
Well, it's apparently because of streaming. Because back in the day, most comedies didn't make much money in the cinemas. The way they got their money back was through DVD sales. So or VHS back in the day. Yeah. So it's like, oh, you get Christmas gifts, and that's where so many movies like Anchorman and all these things kind of found its long-term fans. So people people would invest in comedy movies because they make their money back then. Whereas now with the streaming thing, it's like if you can't make money in the cinemas, then it's not worth the...
People watch movies once now and never watch them again.
Yeah.
Whereas like those movies you'll watch over and over. Like you can happily watch Anchorman over and over.
Yes. We need those comedy movies to rely on.
Right. So I reckon though this film kind of lends itself to that because there's so many jokes you can't keep up that you almost... I can't wait to watch it again purely to pause and see like certain... Like they'll show a map and then they'll like... You'll pick up one or two quick gags, but it changes before you can see all of it. But it's just stacked with jokes and really, really good. But
That's cool.
So, Tom Jones feels like in that vibe of it.
Yeah.
When did you watch it?
I don't know. Maybe. He has a life outside of you, man. He's offended that you've seen movies without him.
You went without me?
Yeah.
No, I think I watched it like 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Has it been out that long?
I think so.
Oh, jeez. Well, so tell me this. So do you both watch the movies together?
Yes,
we do.
Every single. So how many movies are we up to now?
This is 34.
Oh, wow.
34.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And now, what are your... I'm just curious before we get into the details of the show, the movie, which is, do you chat during the film? Or you go, save it for the podcast?
Oh, if anything like exciting is about to happen, then we write it down.
Okay.
We only talk about it.
Because we want it to be genuine. So if we find like a fun fact as well or some production word, we won't share it.
Keep it all right.
Yep,
Okay.
so that's why we
nice.
have our notes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you guys commit to meet each other like twice for the pod. Once to
And we do
watch
it all
the
at
film.
once.
Yeah, we'll do it all at once.
So you watch the film and then go straight into the
we
pod?
just finish writing our notes. Then we go on.
Interesting. So you don't do like the research is done before watching the film.
Correct, yeah.
Yep.
What about spoilers? I'm a massive spoiler phobia person. For me, if I see spoilers, I like sometimes if I go to cinema and there's a
This
film I
whole
really want to...
podcast is a spoiler. We're going to talk through the whole plot.
Well, that's fine. but that's after, right? I'm talking about like there'll be movies that you haven't seen. Have you got to network yet? No, not yet. That's coming up.
Not yet. But so what I do, when we finish watching the movie, because I don't want any spoilers, then I'll make notes. We'll have like a window of time. Then we start the podcast.
That's what I want. Okay, cool. Sorry,
and
I'm
you got to
peeking behind the
remember,
curtains,
if
Phil.
we watch like Lawrence of Arabia, it's like 6 hours of. By the time we watch the film, prep and record.
Right.
Yeah.
Did Casablanca get Best Picture?
Yeah. Joel was on Casablanca.
Was that? Oh, Joker. Yeah, right.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
That movie I watched for the first time like 6 months ago, and I really dug it. Like it made me want to smoke cigarettes. That's for sure. There's just made cigarettes cool again. But also, there was some really
a good movie.
Did you find? You didn't realize how many references were off the back of that. Like, obviously, here's looking at your kid or whatever. I knew was from that.
Yeah.
There were so many other things like that, Sam.
Yeah.
So many iconic quotes.
Yeah, and like the "Play It Again, Sam." Apparently, it never gets said in the movie, but everyone remembers.
Yeah.
That's
like
the
one
line.
of those things that people
Mandela
think,
effect.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I was having a bad day at work the other day, and I quoted all the gin joints and all the land. She had to walk into mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
All right. Let's kick it off. So, how we do kick it off,
Yes,
Bill,
tell me.
is I start with setting the scene for the year around some interesting facts at the time.
Okay,
All right. So, 1964.
After me. Do you remember what we do? I've only done this
It's all
35
come
times.
undone.
Starstruck. I'm sorry.
38 episodes. You didn't even fucking know who I was before I walked in. How can you be starstruck now?
I googled you.
You have a Google trail of
It's
it.
the first time we've had a guest that's come up on Google.
Surely Joel's got a bit of Googling. No, not really.
No, Joel was secret.
Ah, okay, fair.
yeah.
Incognito.
He is Joel. Anyways, so movie had a budget of $17 million in 1964, which would be $170 million today.
Oh wow. So what's an equivalent of 170 would be like?
That's a really expensive
That's like
movie.
just one She-Hulk episode.
It was the most expensive film ever made at the time.
Ah, there we go. Right.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
stat.
It is huge budget. Like we always talk about the budget every episode, and this is just
This broke the bank.
I don't know. I didn't see 170 million in that movie.
I know what you mean. I think it's sometimes surprising to remember how expensive it was to create those sets. Like, so for example, let's say I'm sorry to jump in the film, but like the horse racing scene, they would have had actual horses. Did they? Either way, that whole setup, right, would require a sound stage where they can fit the cameras and the lighting.
Think of all the costumes
whole
too. Right?
thing was
Yeah.
filmed on sets.
Yeah.
It's none of it's on scene.
Yeah, so in our
Film
generation
stages.
of thinking of budget, we think of explosions. We think of like
green screen.
big long. Well, green screen's a cheaper way to do it. I'm
Yeah.
talking more like car chases and things like that. Whereas back then it was all about the set design and costume design, and that's where the
Yeah.
budget would blow out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All the actors are dead.
Every single one of them.
There's
There must be some kids, maybe. No, not even.
no. I don't think there's any kids really in the movie.
Well, there's well, you're talking to the wrong guy because there's a scene in with a little bit of luck at one point where Eliza Doolittle's dad's running around a little swing and he pushes some kids away to try and like run around with them.
yeah.
So those kids might be
might be
alive.
alive, but
yeah, just not credited.
By the way, for the record, you said, "Oh, try and watch the film before you come." I'm like, I don't need to watch it again.
clearly
it's
not.
all in my head.
I sent him a photo of where we were at in the movie, and he replied with the exact song we were up to.
I was like, "Yep, you're watching that's song number
52.
2 in
Most of them passed away in the early 90s, in actual fact.
yeah."
Other movies that year that were big, Mary Poppins.
Yes,
which
a big
had-
controversy around that.
wow.
Julie Andrews.
So, do you know the story behind that? So, did you come? Or do you want to share it?
I can do, yeah. So she played Eliza on Broadway. So this was
it was
Broadway.
her role.
Yeah.
It was like she was the one who made it famous with the rest of the cast almost
Yeah.
identical. So, Professor Higgins, Colonel Pickering, all same cast. Stanley
So
Holloway
they
who
grabbed
played
them
the
the play
dad.
and put them in the movie.
Yeah, so they all went, okay, great, we're doing a movie because it's a successful play. We're going to... Everyone's cast except for you, because who was the production? Was it Warner or?
Yeah, someone didn't like her.
I think Mr. Warner, whoever that guy was, said basically, "Oh, she's not famous enough to sell tickets, so
Yeah.
we're going to have to hire Audrey Hepburn," which is a huge controversy. And then it's not fair to either of the women because it's like they were pitted against each other because it's like, oh, there can only be one, and they were very public about trying not to, because the media. So she ended up getting nominated for Best Actress for Mary Poppins,
Yeah.
and Audrey Hepburn for My Fair Lady, and the whole Oscar buzz was like, ooh, the two of them together. And there's this really beautiful photo of them posing together, trying to be like, hey, we don't want to play this game.
We're fine.
We're just really proud to be here. And so Julie Andrews ends up winning the Oscar for Mary Poppins. So a lot of people think it's because it's like, as a retribution.
Yeah,
and then she also went on the next year. The next movie we got to watch is The Sound of
Sound of
Music.
Music, wow.
Which is also...
Did she win Best Actress for that as well?
I don't know.
No, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come back to W next week.
He's on.
Wild story, though. I can't believe that they didn't cast her in it. Yeah, like I get the theory behind it, but...
it was a shitty move because you pretty much... I mean, it feels some kind of sexism to it because everyone else was cast.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what kind of sucks about
But they
it.
could replace her. I get they put in someone famous, right?
Yeah, but then,
I get it, but...
we can get into it. Sorry, I'm now really worked up because as much as I love the movie, like I said, it's my all-time favorite. But Audrey Hepburn doesn't even do her own singing, whereas Julie Andrews does. So
I did have that. 95% wasn't her. It was actually, I do have the name. I'm going to mention it now.
Oh yeah,
Marnie Nixon. Yeah, did all the voiceover, and I didn't like that, especially if you've got someone who's got the talent to do it, right?
Well, who made it famous? What's the equivalent? It's like I don't know, Lin-Manuel Miranda getting recast in the Hamilton the movie.
Yeah.
Like he wrote and directed or whatever, created it, and then suddenly someone's like, "Yeah, you know what? You're not Hamilton. You can't." To be fair, he's not a great singer. But he's an incredible songwriter. He's one of my favorites. But
but it's good that that it ended up well, right? She came in, she had a couple of big hits herself. Won.
Yes.
Fair play. She came back from
when Rex won his Oscar Academy Award.
Are you on first name basis with him now? Oh, Rexy from fucking Rockingham.
Yeah. He dedicated it to his two fair ladies.
Oh, so Julie Andrews and oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So he sort of calmed that down a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, cool. That's the movie. So what else happened in 1964?
Big year. Some big things in 1964.
Yeah, 5 years before the greatest year of all time. It's okay. Keep going.
Okay. So, what happened in 1969?
Well, you just said it. And so a lot of people who ate out that year. Takeaway became big business.
Speaking of eating out, first fact. World's largest cheese is produced.
Well, if you're
for the
having
New
cheese
York
during
World
69, then I would say go to a doctor.
You don't?
Oh, man.
Guess how big the cheese was in kilograms.
So the world's largest cheese at the time, I'm going to say 100. Oh, no, it got to be more than that.
500.
500, yeah, I feel like 500-ish.
Not even close.
Oh, really?
It was 15,723 kilograms
15 tons.
for the New York World Fair. I don't think it was like at the time. I think that's the biggest thing.
Because man, the amount of cow titty milk that had to be squeezed out for that. The number of
How do you know it's gone off in the middle? Because doesn't cheese have to mature?
Look, I'm no cheese expert, but I'm pretty sure no one made it to the middle.
Yeah,
they all got constipated trying to get to the middle.
I can't get my head around what another thing that is 15,000 kilos heavy. You know what I mean? Is a plane 15,000 kilos? Or,
that's a good question.
You know what I mean? A car would be 1.5, 2 ton. So
what's a ton in kilos?
1,000.
Yeah, but it's hard. The cheese is dense. You know, there's no empty space.
To put it
It's
into
just
perspective, 1 square meter is 1,000 kilos. If you had it in
Square
water.
meter? What?
1 meter squared
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
of water is 1,000.
Of water. Oh,
Yeah.
You missed the water part. I went, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Shit. That's a lot of cheese. That's
I'll
a lot.
tell you, the water of the cheese.
Yeah.
Probably cheese would be heavier.
Well, no, it's the same weight. What do you mean? Like a square meter? A kilo of water is the same weight as a kilo of cheese.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, but a square meter might be different weights. Anyways.
I'm going back to Melbourne. Fuck this. Back there we have maths.
I was raised in Port Hedland. We didn't have good schools.
Did you grow up in Hedland?
I did.
I'm going to be there at the end of May, and I'm so scared.
Oh, really?
I've done a couple of shows in Hedland already, and the shows are great. It's just, it's the only time when we're touring we just have to stay in the hotel. I did have a little swim in the water that, what's it?
Oh,
pool.
you are brave. Pretty cool.
Pretty Pool.
Yeah.
I was having a great time in Pretty Pool, and I sent it to my partner's family who was from Port Hedland as well. They're like, there are crocs in there, right? I'm like, well, fucking no one told me.
Yeah,
You know,
there's everything in there.
it's called Pretty Pool. Who would have thought there's fucking Death Eaters in there?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, that's my hometown.
Well, it is a lovely place for comedy. Not a great place for hanging out and swimming.
Yeah. So, when you think about what's this Alex guy up to, just think Could have been worse.
How does a Serb end up there? What did your parents do?
Wild ride. Yeah, wild ride. G.I. Joe also introduced the same New York World Fair. So G.I. Joe first came
really?
out.
So the cheese and G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big year.
64. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. The first Ford Mustang is produced.
Ooh,
Base cost $2,368,
Bargain.
which is $24K in today money.
That's pretty cheap. So
Yeah, I
win
would
today
think so.
money.
Yeah. So it's about 7 Mustangs worth of cheese.
Yeah. Second time we're mentioning Mandela. Mandela sentenced to life in prison for sabotage.
Wow. So shit, he was there for a while then.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the movie, but I can't.
So I think this is when his, I think it was like a 27-year sentence started.
Yeah.
okay.
I'll get to the Australia fact last. I always do one Australia fact.
Good.
US begins bombing North Vietnam in response to the imagined Gulf of Tonkin incident.
That's where Apocalypse Now is going to come into handy when that movie
Oh,
comes.
I'm saving it in here. Don't you worry. And this is a bit of a sad one. Actually,
great.
the other one's sad too. I should.
Yeah,
take
I was
that
like,
back.
wow, right, you're okay with Vietnam, but no. You go ahead. Tell us about someone who had shut themselves out eating cheese, and that's the saddest thing that happened that
Oh
year.
no! How did you know? So Prometheus, the world's oldest tree, aged at least 4,862 years, accidentally cut down in Nevada.
Accidentally?
Yeah,
Who
that's
did
the
that?
official line.
That you're right. That is pretty. Like after all these years
Yeah,
of
almost 5,000 years old,
Oh my
and it gets
God.
accidentally cut down.
wow.
Crazy, right?
I wonder if it's someone's table now.
That'd be a
True.
nice
Might have been.
table.
Imagine worse. It's a toothpick. It's just all these years, and it ends up in someone's
Look, this
teeth.
paper.
Yeah.
So last fact, Australia fact. The Oz destroyer HMAS Voyager sinks after colliding with aircraft carrier HMAS Melbourne, killing 82. Yeah.
Once again, not sad for you, hey.
Well, not as sad.
I was really waiting for the last fact to be person dies trying to eat the world's largest block of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to look into this cheese more. I don't even know what type of
How
cheese
big
it
was
is.
the cracker? That's not.
Big
All right.
cheese? Yeah.
Let's start on the movie. We're a little bit behind.
No, sorry. Yeah, I do.
No, it's fine. So we have just to talk about the characters quickly. So we have Eliza. She's going to be the main character. We have Professor Henry. What's his last name?
Higgins. You didn't write that down?
I didn't.
You wrote down all these other facts, but didn't have his last name? Old Rexy, your mate?
Well, yeah, and that's another important fact. We got to stick with like a name for the guys because we get that confused.
Yeah,
So,
Professor.
do we
Yeah,
go
so-
with Higgins, Professor Rex? What do we go with?
But
Well,
Professor
Rex is his real name, so probably
Professor X.
the Professor or Higgins.
Yeah. Professor, Colonel, Eliza.
Yes.
And
Yeah. So
Right.
we've got Alfred, who's
dad.
Eliza's dad.
Yep.
And then we've got Colonel as well.
Pickering.
Yep.
Colonel Pickering.
Cool.
And then you have Freddie. Don't forget Freddie, the little
yeah,
offsider.
yeah, Freddie
Which is, I think, the best song in the whole
Yeah.
thing. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting ahead. I'm so excited. I actually have an erection. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for years to talk about this movie, and I've never had the platform, so thank you.
All right. So we have some opening credits over flowers. All right. And the flowers
Yes.
are going to become important later. We sort of the flowers cut away to a live shot, which is a pretty cool transition. So it's like the flowers are flicking through, and then the actual flowers, and it pans away. And everyone's dressed up, and they're leaving something. I don't think it's really explained what they're
The
leaving.
theater or a ball or something like
theater,
that.
something like that. I did notice that the outfits they were wearing at the time were just really vibrant, really nice outfits, like really bright colors and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's in color, which always helps when we're watching these movies. So, yeah.
I think it might be the Technicolor as well.
Yeah.
Where it only picks, it's filmed in like 3 different colors and mixed.
Okay, I didn't
Know
know
much
that.
about
You're
this?
right. No.
And I think it picks up the primary colors more. That's why the older
Interesting.
movies like the pinks and the yellows and stuff are more
Really
vibrant.
stand out.
Right.
Yep.
There's a.
You want to see yellow stand out? Watch John Wayne as Genghis Khan. That's when the yellow
Yeah, we've seen a bit of that in these movies. Diversity wasn't really a thing.
Yes.
you know.
What was it? West Side Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? I've not seen West
There's
Side
like
Story.
a white gang and a
Oh, really?
brown gang or whatever.
Wow,
and
right.
all of the brown gang are all
Yeah, we've seen a
painted
fair
brown.
bit of
Oh, they're really
blackface too.
blackfacing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Hectic. All right.
Yeah. So it's raining. and they're all like trying to get out the front of this building to get taxis, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Carts and stuff away. You're really looking at me like I'm about to stuff the plot up, and I'm scared.
No. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't realize you're gonna go beat by beat for this whole film. The film's like fucking 3 hours long.
Oh, no.
Jesus, let me go get the mattress again. I didn't bring my sleep apnea mask. I didn't realize we'd be spending the night here. All right. So they're getting a taxi. Then someone comes aboard. Then there's a background actor who walks in front of the screen. Then there's a horse that goes the other direction. Then one of the lead actors says, "Oh, can you please find us a taxi, sir?" They're like, "Well, the rain stopped now. You could probably walk to wherever you're from," and then that's how the plot kicks off.
No, it's part of my role in the podcast to keep Barrett on track. So we start with a full spiel, and then I just start like whipping to get him through the plot.
Right.
It will speed up.
Wow.
And try and explain, like, paint a picture at the start, so then we can carry it.
Yeah, or people listening, watch the fucking film, and then
Episode over.
All right. So, anyway, so they're trying to get taxis out the front, and a guy named Freddie, who we're going to talk about a little bit later, he walks out to hail a taxi and knocks a young lady over. All right, and her name is Eliza.
and she goes, "Look where you're going, dear. Look where you're going."
That is what she sounds like. And the movie, so it's set in like 1910?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I don't actually know that. Yeah, right, 1910. Okay.
About 1910, yeah. And then there's a guy there, and he seems to know everything about everyone. All right, and we quickly find out that he's the professor. All right, so he's picking up on people's dialects and working out what areas they're from because he's a
Phonetics
professor
expert
in
for phonetics.
Phonetics, yeah. So he can like understand how people talk and how, I guess where they're from because of that. So they think he's a detective, but yeah, that all gets squashed away pretty quickly. And then we cut to a song about bad English.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, you said it so lacklusterly. It's like the first opening number, which is always in a musical, the big, like, the one that gets the people pumped up,
Yeah.
And you're like, this song about bad
to know
English.
something.
You didn't like the film.
No, this is the first musical we watched where we didn't fast forward the songs,
Oh,
and we didn't fast
We're
forward
not
them
big
because of you.
musical lovers. Yeah.
Okay, look, neither am I. In contrary to my love of this film, that's not true anymore. But I guess this movie became my favorite film even before I became a fan. I'm a fan of musicals now, but I must admit that maybe 15 years ago or 10 years ago even, I don't know. Like, so for example, West Side Story, iconic musical, never seen it. Chicago, never seen it. So I'm not like a musical guy, but the musicals that I do watch, I end up loving because it's there. So you would fast forward the other musicals so far.
Some of the segments.
West Side Story was very slow.
Right.
That was a hard watch.
That's the Jets and the Sharks, right? That one?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
you didn't fast forward this one because
We wanted
We wanted to
experience.
make sure we had the full experience because
Yeah,
we
okay.
hadn't talked to you about it.
When you said it was your favorite movie, I thought we want to make sure we get every moment of this, so we
And give it a
right.
chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did it tickle you the first song? Did it resonate with you at all? Any of the gags that he was trying to
No.
posit?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I wouldn't say tickle me.
Right.
Maybe bore me.
Oh, interesting. Fair. No. Look, there's no. What's the word? You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to think your opinion's fucked. But it is very much. I want to make sure that we get an honest answer from you, Alex.
Yeah. You'll always get honesty from me. But I guess one thing I was distracted by in that moment, as soon as she started talking and that like wicked Cockney accent came out, I was like, wow, she sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And then, because I didn't know the rest of the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, are we really just not going to address the fact that she sounds terrible?
Right.
And so all I could think about for the first like 20 minutes of the movie was her terrible accent.
Yeah.
Not realizing
That's
that was the
interesting.
fundamental plot of the movie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that, as opposed to speed it up a little bit, I was trying to picture, what's going on here? And it turns out that this professor guy, the Higgins, he's like of the opinion that your class standing, I suppose, in society can be dictated by how you speak or don't speak, right?
Yeah.
And
His idea is that the English language is the greatest language in the world.
Yes.
Yet the one group of people that don't speak English well are the English themselves. And he talks about all the varieties and all that, and how that he basically posits the idea that this gutter snipe, as he refers to her as.
Love that.
Squashed cabbage leaf is another one he calls her, which, by the way, is a nickname that my brother and I have for my mum. It's a true story, affectionately, but of course,
Geez.
But yeah, it is the idea that, if you learn how to speak the language better, that you can basically rise above in the caste system that they have right now.
Exactly.
Turns out the professor and the colonel is there as well, and they've sort of know each other.
Well, they're both fascinated by each other's work,
Yeah.
and that's why he's like, I was on my way to India to see you, and he's
Yes.
like, I was coming from India to meet you, and
So they both head off to the hotel together, and as they're leaving, he pulls a pocket full of change out and throws it in Eliza's basket,
Yep.
and walks off. And then she cuts to a song about how nice it is to have money.
just warmth and some chocolates. Just the idea that she's going to be sleeping on the street, and so she imagines a world where she's not, she's more of a duchess or whatever. The basically the promise that he made her.
Yeah. And who's the first person to find out she has money?
Her dad.
Her dad. Because he wants to buy them beers.
Yes, exactly. That's right.
What I did love when we first saw the dad too, it's going to be a bit of a peculiar thing I'm going to mention now, but there's a reason behind it.
Go for it.
His hat.
Yeah,
His
it's a
hat.
great hat.
Great hat.
I mean,
I don't even, maybe you can describe it than I can, Dilruk.
So it's like a legionnaires hat in a way, right? It's kind of got like a flap at the back. I think the technical
big
term
flap.
is like the dustman's hat or something like that.
Yeah.
The idea is that somehow when you're working in the sun for that long, it's going to protect your neck from getting sunburned. That's why it's whole like
Absolutely.
the flap.
The way I could explain it was it's like wearing a normal cap backwards, but that brim is like 4 times bigger.
Yeah.
And I thought, so we had another guy that's come on our podcast a few times. His name's Josh. He's just addicted to hats, and he always looks good in hats.
Right.
It really annoys me. But anyway, that's the Josh hat for sure.
Yeah. He bought us all pirate hats when we watched Mutiny on the Bounty.
Oh, I like this, Josh. They should have
Yeah.
brought. I mean, wait till he gets to. American History X. What hats? Sorry, I don't actually think it won Best Picture. I was trying to run through all Nazi films and see any
Schindler's List.
Well, yes, that did get Best Picture. I was thinking more of a cone-shaped one.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, nice hat. He had a
Good
great
hat.
Yeah. So he's after her money. She ends up giving him a little bit, but she dreams of more in life.
Yes.
And
She wanted to open a flower store. That was kind of like her aim, right?
Well, she basically, so she sells flowers on the street.
Yeah.
He can say, hey, like if I can teach her how to speak English, then she probably would be able to own her own flower shop. Like
she's got-
she could be an assistant, he first says, but actually,
Yes.
she could even go as far as to owning. That's how
Yes.
low the bar is for the class or caste system. I don't know what the right word is that the dreams or aspirations
Yeah.
is just to work in a flower shop,
Yes,
like
that's
as opposed
right.
to being on the street.
Yeah. And like her language and the way she speaks is the thing holding her
that
back.
will hold her back. Yes.
yeah, and this is going over and over.
Because he says it's not her
head.
dirty clothes or wretched face. Like he's saying none of that matters, but if she could speak, that's
Yes.
where everything would be.
Yeah, and she wants that. So she goes to visit the professor.
Yep.
And sort of she takes herself there in a taxi, I think, to make herself look
Put
Yes.
on her best clothes.
put on
Yeah.
her best clothes,
Nice
washes her face.
Yes.
Yeah, and
So
goes to see the professor.
does what she thinks is like classy stuff, but it's even, by their standards where the professor and colonel are, like this is still below. Like, so even, go on, sorry.
No, keep
No, well, so then she says to him, hey,
Yeah.
I want to get lessons from you,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give you this money. Now, the money she gives him is nothing. But as he points out, as a percentage of what this woman earns, he's like, my God, this is a fortune. Like,
Yeah.
he recognizes like how much she's actually...
How much she wants it. Yeah.
But he hates her. He despises her.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and that's the premise, I suppose, for the rest of the movie. It's now there's this experiment where we're going to run to see if I can get you to speak properly. And it's going to be funded by the other guy, Pickering.
Yeah.
Pickering, too.
So-
So they have a wager.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So originally, because Higgins is an arsehole. Professor, yes, sorry.
Professor Arsehole.
Rex is an asshole. He is a rude, misogynist, and he really talks down to everybody.
He's a real dick.
He thinks he's better than everybody else just because he's got good language.
Yep.
And he respects Pickering because he also speaks well. And whereas Pickering's the kinder, more gentler one. So he's
Yes.
really rude to the professor's very rude to Eliza and like basically kicks her out.
Yep.
And then Pickering says, no, hang on. You boasted that you could do this. I'll cover the costs, if you can pass her off as a duchess or whatever, like that lady in the thing.
Yeah, in a certain amount of time at a
Yes.
big event that's coming up, essentially.
That's it, some gala or something.
yeah. And they set to work in trying to turn her into a lady.
So there's lots of like, obviously she doesn't realize that she has to stay overnight and all that. They gets all these new clothes. And the main thing is that she's about to leave. She finds it rude or whatever, but then he offers her chocolates, which as we have discovered in song 2, if you were paying attention, Alex. Yeah, sure, you're right. I shouldn't just pile on you. Let me direct some of this.
I watched it twice.
You still didn't pick up on that. The chocolate,
slow learner.
the chocolates was the thing that finally made her go, oh, okay, I do
Yes.
love chocolates. All right, let me
Yes.
see.
She was putting up with a lot of nonsense
Yeah.
because she wanted those chocolates.
Well, we take for granted how awesome chocolates were. For some people, it was an absolute rarity and luxury. So-
Absolutely. She loved it.
Yeah. She has to have a bath for the first time. It's a pretty funny scene when
It's
they're
like
like,
mold
"What's
by
this?
five
Is this-
maids.
Is this where we wash our clothes?
Yeah. Oh, and the accents are so over the top. It was so painful to listen to.
Well, yeah, I was wondering about that. Whether how like famously Mary Poppins' Dick Van Dyke's accent is considered one of the worst accents. I wonder whether in this one was it over the top to us because we don't hear people talk like that anymore, but was it accurate for whoever they were meant to be playing at the time? Do you know what I mean? Like the low
That's
class
a good question.
stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that was accurate.
Yeah, well, it could have been. I've honestly,
Yeah.
I've heard people from the UK speak like that. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Do you want to go over all the songs, or are you happy to?
No. I didn't realize what a beat by beat we are. We're only at like 25 minutes so far. We got based on the timestamp in my head. I'm like,
We've gotten the plot out, which I think is pretty fundamental.
Okay.
Because a lot of the next steps for the next half an hour are just like a long montage of all the experiments and things they're doing to get her to speak properly.
I've got it written here that it could have been a montage.
Could have been a
Right.
montage.
I mean, it tries to play as a montage because there's that poor Professor Higgins song, which is like where they just say working day and night and all those sorts of things. Actually, before that, there's one of my favorite songs, which is why Professor Higgins is a bachelor and how he doesn't, this misogyny about why he doesn't ever want a woman in his life.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a very funny song.
Song
for me.
about being single.
Yes.
Song about being single, but also hating women.
Yeah. But he's also no spring chicken either, right? Like, she's really young. He's like must be 50 in this movie.
Right. Well, there's a lot I want to talk about that, but okay, let's keep going.
Is that the song where he's saying, "Why can't women be more like men"?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually didn't mind that song.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
It was funny.
All right. So there's lots of time about Eliza and she's trying to learn how to pronounce words. I think we can summarize a fair chunk of this bit by saying that.
Sorry, I just meant there's two songs. One way the woman, why can't a woman be more like a man, comes in later after the ball, whereas this one is more like why he would never let a woman in his life. So there's two misogyny songs.
Yeah. Not just one.
Don't get them mixed up.
Yeah.
The only thing I wrote down during that big long montage that could have been a montage was the Kermit machine. There's like the thing where she's recording her voice.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Like
it comes
she's
down
going,
and it sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then she's saying the H's and the
Yes.
paper catches on fire.
Correct. In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, articles hardly ever happen.
Yeah. The only other thing probably worth mentioning while all these experiments are happening to get her to try and speak properly was the dad comes to visit.
Yes.
Finds out that she's with, this rich Higgins guy, professor, and basically squeezes him for cash. Like basically
So
sell
this is
the
where I
daughter
get
to
on
me.
my soapbox. Where is
here
my
we
box?
go.
No. So for me, that scene where the dad comes over to the colonel and professor, I think is one of the best written scenes in a comedy movie, because given the time this movie was 1964, they had to really tiptoe around certain dark topics, and the way they do it is so phenomenal, I think, because essentially what has happened is the dad, Alfred Doolittle, thinks that she's there as a sex worker for these two men's pleasure.
Yes.
So this is his daughter, but rather than he comes to rescue her is what his pretense is. But the reality is he's there to extort money from them.
Yes.
Which they call his bluff and say, oh, well, yeah, you're right. She's your daughter. You should take him away. He's like, no, wait a second. For me, all of that plays as some of the best comedic writing because, they have to talk. They're basically not shying away from how dark and scary this is, or how awful it is, but they also still nail the punchlines. Then there's the real turn for me in terms of the discussion on morality, where the colonel goes, hang on, you're here to have you no morals? And he goes, no, I can't afford them. Morals are like a middle class problem to have,
Yep.
And to me, that is like one of the deepest kind of, and that's what later happens as well. Like Higgins realizes, wow, this guy's really smart. He's one of the greatest, minds around ethics and morals, because he's like, yeah, I'd love to be able to afford morals, but I can't. Like this is how, and like there's so many gags in that whole scene. For me, like one of the funniest things is when he shows up. He's this stinky, alcoholic, philandering, gross-looking man, and he shows up to this beautiful, Chesterfield couch, and he just starts pulling his hat off and starts dusting the couch before he sits down, like the couch is dirty. Yeah. And it's just filled with gags like that, where Pickering goes, well, you married Eliza's mum, and he goes, who told you that?
Yeah. Got married.
Yeah. So I think that scene in particular, why. Give a bit of backstory as to how this became my favorite film. So it was one of the my memory of life begins with this film. So when I hear that second song, with All I Want Is a Room Somewhere, the screenshot you sent me, and I was like, when I hear that song, I'm not even kidding, I can taste a milk bottle in my mouth. Like I remember that's how small I was watching that thing. Like my feet wasn't even over the couch. Like that's how small I was. So I've been watching this film from such a young age. Yeah. And that scene with the father showing up at the house, every time I watch it, I guess over the years, had like a different impact, because as a kid you're just laughing at him dusting off the you don't understand anything about sex work or the extortion or any of that. Then as a little bit older you're like, oh wow, and then you're like, oh wow, you just find these layers for me. And that's what part of why I made this movie my favorite, is because I'm like, there's been movies that have come and gone in my top 10. This is the only one that stuck around in the top 10. So that it deserves to get
it's
the
making
top.
Sense now.
Yeah. It's like initially I liked it just because of the songs. Then I liked it because of the songs and the humor. Then as an older person, I'm like, oh, there's actually some pretty like good topics. And then more recently, I would say like understanding misogyny and feminism. I'm like, oh, this is actually a pretty cool feminist movie.
Okay.
Anyway, so go on. So, but that scene to me, I think, is
just unlocked the movie to us.
So for me, that's such an iconic scene that I didn't want to gloss over my love of it. I feel like that's the one scene that I would, if I had to show someone what like good comedy writing is, like, in given the times and how they can dance around sex work and things like that, the way they do it, I think it's perfect.
Oh, look, that's way more eloquently put than what I had.
What did you write?
Dad sells daughter for £5.
I said Dad tries to sell her for £5.
I'm on the perfect podcast. This is exactly the in-depth discussion I was hoping to have.
It seems you like the song so much. She sings a song about her dreams of killing the professor.
Yes.
There's a king in it.
Yeah. There's a fantasy. Where was it go? What's it go? Higgins. What is it? I can't remember the movie now. Sorry, the song now. But yeah.
God, do you even like the movie?
No, I'm sorry. Wait, because it's fucking too many things in my head now.
Anyways, there's lots of different teaching techniques, and blunt force teaching finally works. And she finally says the sentence, "The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain."
On the plane.
On the plane.
Yeah.
Is it on the? Or even though you started, man.
Oh, this is Brooks writing. Brooke wrote this.
Maybe it is in the plane. Maybe I fucked it up.
I think it's in the plane.
Maybe it is.
The
Right.
rain in
Sorry.
Spain stays mainly in the plane. Anyway, she says this over and over again, and then ends up singing a song.
Yes.
With it in there. So. That's
as a kid, that was my favorite song. I think that one. The rain is man.
It was good. It was catchy.
In the plane, isn't it? Man, I have to Google that.
You can Google in this.
Yeah.
I did notice about this time that you could start to notice the dubbing.
Yes.
This is when I really noticed the dubbing.
Yeah.
I was like, is this dubbed? Because I hadn't really done much research.
Yeah, I hadn't realised it either, and then worked out that, she wasn't actually singing.
Do you know Audrey Hepburn later admitted that she would have never taken the role if she knew that it was going to be dubbed?
I did read that.
Right, so she didn't know she was singing for her life, and then someone said, no, she sucks, so we're going to put someone over?
I think it was I think it was more like she took the role, and then as the movie production started, they told her very early on, like, it's not happening, but she already signed on.
She was told her voice wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then they brought in that Marnie Nixon and they basically shadowed each other, did everything together.
Yeah.
They caught the same limousines to and from the set.
Right.
All that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, it is in the plane. I'm wrong. Fuck, I
Oh.
really.
Well, you would have been accusing Brooke because she wrote this bit down.
Yeah. No, still, between that Professor Higgins getting killed song that I can't remember the name of. I know the fucking tune. It's like, done says the king with a stroke. God, come and bring in the bloke.
The only other note that I had here was that she says theatre.
Just you wait, Mr. Higgins. That's the name of the song. Just you wait. Sorry.
We got it.
If you got it on camera, I think I scared the shit out of Alex just then.
I'm glad you got there.
Yeah. Sorry.
What was I saying?
I'm sorry. Is that flashbacks to the...
No. All I was saying was another random thing. So we've been making a joke. We had a guest on that said theatre instead of theatre.
Oh, who is that? Get him room. Joe?
Yeah, Josh. It was Josh.
Josh, all right, with the hat.
Yeah. So we had to pause and rewind one moment when me and Barrett were watching because she says theatre.
But also, it's been established that she's terrible at English. So,
That's what we said. So I wrote down here, Josh is Cockney.
He also says Pacific instead of specific.
Josh does?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He does it on purpose.
He's getting roasted this episode.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He'll love this.
that's all I had. And then, she finally says it properly.
Yeah.
She finally says
And
it.
she's ready to be tested on the public.
Yes.
And they go to the races.
Yes.
They do?
Yeah.
Which back then was like, the poor people don't go to the races, or at least not
No.
that area that she's been taken into.
Like everyone's dressed in like white and black. It's a theme. It looks
So
real
far,
fancy.
you boys still not loving the film. There's nothing that's like, you're like, we just have to get through it.
No. So we are definitely not hating it at all.
Okay.
And so we'll get there in the end. But
We
we
watched
didn't
some painful movies, and this wasn't one of
we,
them.
Okay.
we enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
We'll give you our rating at the end.
Okay,
and we'll see what you think.
Because I'm
But,
like, man, the horse racing scene is so funny. Like, what the fuck who am I talking to? Like, here I was thinking.
You got to remember, we've watched this movie once.
Yeah.
You've watched it 400
You know
times.
what? Actually, this is a good point. It's a valid point you're making. It has so much meaning to me from such a pre-memory age that it's obviously I have forgotten that it might not be resonate with some. Because how old are you, Alex? How old are you, Barrett?
35.
Yeah.
I'm 33. I have to check. I have to think about it for a second.
Yeah. So fair enough. Like that maybe I'm projecting too much.
No, but hang on. No, in this scene, though, me and Barrett both laughed. So we had probably our
Here we
biggest
go.
laugh came from this scene. So to get there quickly, basically, there's this big fancy ball. They've dressed her up. They've taken her there to see how she talks and performs in front of all the rich people.
If anyone's seen the poster, that outfit that is iconic, the black and white dress that she wears is in this scene.
Yep. And I got a fun fact about that dress before I get there. So she goes in there, she's speaking well, she's doing really well, everything's going perfectly, and there's a big horse race. And they're all sitting there and they're all cheering on the horse.
Well, actually, what's interesting, she's speaking perfectly, but what she's sharing is like really crook stories.
Yes.
That's what's really funny.
Yes.
She's saying all these words well, but right now her choice of stories about her uncle who had done his wife in and things like
insinuating
that.
the doctor killed
her
the uncle or something.
and she had a problem with a drinking problem, which again back then it's like whoa,
But it's all
with a-
spoken super proper.
super properly.
Yeah, so they're all like, playing along and like,
Yeah.
okay, everything's going fine.
it's a perfect script.
Yeah, it was. That was funny. And then they're doing the horse race, and the horses are running by, and she breaks because the horse is losing the one that she picked, and she just goes full Cockney again, and she's just screaming at top of her lungs and back in her old accent.
Come on, Dover.
And everyone's just staring at her. That was funny.
Yeah,
that was
Old
good.
lady faints.
Because she says move your blooming ass, which is like, as a kid I remember when I heard her say ass, I was like shit's hit the fan, this cunt is crazy.
Oh, but before I forget, the dress, that iconic dress,
yes.
right? So in 2011, that black and white dress during the Ascot scene, which we just talked about, was worn by obviously Audrey Hepburn and sold for $4.5 million.
2011 someone I think that was
4.5
me.
million.
Do you have it?
Did you own this dress?
Well, how much? 4 point?
4.5 mil.
US as well. Jesus, in Aussie that's about 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christ.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a lot of money for a bloody dress. But then again, I don't know. If you have the money, go for it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So she almost had a flawless event, but not quite.
Yeah. What is this? What have I written here? There's a song about being interested in her.
Oh my God! What do you mean? There's a song about being interested in her.
Freddie.
It's the best song.
Freddie
one of the
is
most
interested in
romantic
her.
songs.
Yes.
Where he says he loves her so much. Okay, well, Freddie's obviously overreacting a bit here. He met her once, and he's, and
it's the second time.
Well,
he ran into her at the start of the movie.
That's what I love about it is that he met her and he just
Yeah.
kind of. He was never rude to her. Like he was actually quite,
Yes.
pleasant. He's not a bad guy, but
Yeah.
the caste system was such that he wouldn't even give her a second look.
Clearly
But
didn't
here
recognise her.
at the
Yeah.
race, he just gets so smitten with her, and she's obviously fully embarrassed about how everything happened. But he shows up at the house to basically ask her out or court her, as they say. And then the workers, the maid, says no, she's you have to wait out. He's like, oh, I'll wait till she's ready. He's like, it could be days. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't care. As long as I'm on the street where she is, I'm the happiest. And it's my favorite song. I think that now at the present day, probably, it's
I'm
up
not
there.
calling you out here, but you've said that's my favourite song for about 3 of the songs.
You really like this movie.
Barrett, good call out. You got me there. You're right. I do. I think maybe it's eras, I said
Yeah.
also right. What I said is as a kid, Rain in Spain was my favorite. Then
Changing
maybe
and maturing.
Yeah, because I would say now this day and age, like at the age of 41, my favorite song is the last song of the thing where it starts with damn, damn, damn. I've grown accustomed to her face.
Oh,
Anyway,
yes,
we'll get to that.
yes,
That's
yes.
But yeah, so you're right. Maybe when I say favorite song, it might be easy if I say the songs which I don't like.
So anyways,
Might be easier.
Freddie is he's out on the street
Yes,
singing
like
that song, and
weirdo.
that's where he stays for the rest of the movie, just out the front of her
Just
apartment on the
waiting
street.
for her. Just waiting for her.
And for the next 2 hours, that's where he stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have often walked. Sorry.
The Colonel wants to call the bet off with the Professor.
Yeah.
He thinks it's sort of
Oh, yes,
Going
yes,
too
yes.
far.
And that
Yeah.
it's irresponsible. We've got to
Yeah.
think of
Yeah.
her feelings.
It's becoming a little less
He's actually
funny.
being a normal human, whereas
Yes.
Professor sees her as purely a project.
yes, and he does not want to back down,
Hmm.
and he keeps going.
Do we have more training between the horse races and the big
I
ball?
didn't write any down.
Yeah, did I?
I don't think so. I
don't
feel like
think
it's
so.
assumed that time has
just got it
passed.
now,
yeah.
So he says, I'll wait on the street.
Yep.
There's the lamp that goes to black, basically the street lamp.
Yeah.
And then the next thing we see is like more half, and
Yeah.
I believe it's the getting ready for the ball.
I'm
Right?
pretty
she's
sure
getting
like
ready for the
months
ball,
have
yeah.
gone by and all
Yes,
this too, right?
yes.
Like it's not like it's been a week; it's been a while.
Yeah, I feel like
She's getting ready for the ball, and she's stunning in this scene. She's in
Yes.
like a very long white.
Yes, Professor, he's what, maybe 50, 60 in this film? This is
Yeah.
the first time he gets a boner in all these years. It's a very controversial scene for
And he's confused.
1964.
He's confused. He doesn't understand what it is.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that great little moment where the colonel says, have a sherry. He's like, no, I don't want a sherry. He's like, that's so like rude of you to not have a sip of alcohol on such an important night or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm fine. And then he sees her and he's like, whoa, she's like stunning. And then when they leave, he does a little sneaky little shot of port or sherry. Is it port or sherry? Port, I think.
Yeah.
And so that's a nice little moment of going, oh, even the professor is softening up.
Yeah. They all go to leave for the ball, and Professor walks out.
Oh, yes.
And then Eliza doesn't move. She stands still.
Yes.
And waits for him to come back because he has
That's
to escort her
right,
out
right.
because she's now a lady.
Right.
And that was
beautiful.
that was a pretty cool scene, like that she'd evolved.
Yep.
She's not just got the language now or how to speak; she's now understanding the mannerisms.
Yes, which she didn't have at the races. Remember, because of the story she was sharing.
So we're starting to see her evolve a little bit. We arrive at the ball. The professor meets an old student, Zoltan.
Yes, the Hungarian.
yeah.
Yes, he's like, Maestro. So he's the backstory. I mean, if you picked up on the stories, there's that basically he hates this guy because Professor taught him his skills, but rather than using it to help people, he uses it to like a spy for, like, basically he's a gossip. He's Paris Hilton of the time, basically. He loves, like, and that's why people bring him to parties and stuff, because they want the gossip from him, So all of a sudden, in terms of this movie, this is where the stakes are really high.
Yeah.
This is where she's, like, in front of, I think, royalty? Is that assumed?
Yeah,
It's like a
the
royalty.
Queen is there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Queen of England or some other country? But either
No,
way,
it's a small country.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
But
Anyway,
either
some
way, the
kind of
idea
royalty.
is that this is, if she gets caught out here, they're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking Mission Impossible level of having to go down, not letting a tear, the sweat drop fall on the sensors. Like, that's the stakes for these guys at this point.
Yeah.
So this guy showing up, he's a master at being able to foil or to pick up on where people really farm, because he's learned all his skills from the professor.
Yeah.
And then Pickering's like, we got to call it off. Let's get her out of here. And then the professor is a bit more like, you know what? He's like Babe Ruth. He calls the shot. He's like, let's see. And because they keep trying to, the Hungarian is trying to dance with her, and they keep intervening and trying to get rid of her. And then he finally goes, you know what? Here you go. Go ahead and dance with her. Because he's like, you know what? Let's see whether he can pick up on where she's originally from.
Yep.
Yeah. And they pull it off.
And not only to pull it off, you see the whispers starting in the scene.
Yeah.
And then it finally gets to the professor, and then he starts laughing.
Yes.
So we don't know what happens. We cut straight back to the house.
Yes.
And they're like giggling and laughing. And so it's this really cool way of telling that story, because for the first few beats of the song that shows up, we don't know what the reveal was. And turns out the Hungarian spy or whatever declares her as basically royalty. He says that she's actually secretly a princess or something like that.
Yeah, she's undercover, but she's upper class stepping down, not lower class stepping up.
Correct.
And the professor now is on cloud 9 because he thinks he's just made magic happen.
Well, also great song, which is the song called "You Did It," where it's all about how he's like Pickering is saying, Colonel Pickering saying, you did it, you did this. They said you couldn't do it, and it's like all the praises to him. And then at one point in the song, Professor goes, "Oh well, some of the credit goes to you, to Pickering." The whole time, Eliza's just sitting there, and they're not paying her any attention.
One person's not smiling through that whole song, mate, and there is Eliza.
Yeah.
She is not happy.
Yeah. She sings this. What was it? Where will she go? What will she do?
Yeah. So she's basically the mindset now, like, okay, they've accomplished their goal.
What happens to me now?
What
becomes of me now?
Right? Yeah,
she's
like, what do I do next, right?
Yeah. And he's like, oh God, you're so dramatic.
Yeah. And she says you look like a devil after you've been crying.
Yeah. Real sensitive stuff.
And she throws the slippers
So
at
that's
him.
an iconic thing, because he gets her to fetch the slippers, and then she just flings it at him, like George Bush style, and he's dodging in the press conference.
And he's like, he's not understanding what the problem is.
He genuinely doesn't get what the hell happened to her. He's like, she's gone mad. Like, he just genuinely, because they're so up themselves and they're so misogynistic that they don't even realize that her feelings matter. I think there's a line as well as where he says something about her feelings, that she doesn't have feelings, she's a gutter snipe.
But even when she explains how she's feeling, and the fact that she doesn't know what to do next, what does this mean for her, she explains that. He goes, well, what's the problem? You just marry some guy, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So he calls her like heartless. How dare you? Like, he just cannot fathom her point of view. Like, he's so pissed off.
Yeah. And who's still waiting out the front?
Fucking loser Freddy.
Yeah.
Little Freddy.
Imagine how much he must have stank. He's basically been sitting on the street with this month-long semi, and then just yuck.
I often just think as well, like, you go to the 1800s and even like the early 1900s, I just assumed everyone and everything stank.
True, there was no invention of deodorant until I believe it's like toothpaste and deodorant were created by advertisers, basically. Well, sorry, BO and Bad Breath were like an advertising campaign to sell toothpaste.
I reckon so. Like, I reckon if we just magically teleported to 1910, we'd probably think everything fucking stunk.
Yeah, because toothpaste apparently didn't have the minty taste for a long time. It was just there to clean your teeth without actually giving fresh breath.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is in their fight, she says, "I'm going to marry Freddy," which is the first time we see him getting pissed off, being like what a goes like, Freddy. Marry Freddy, what a heartless, gutless thing to do.
Yeah. Her and Freddie go off and sing a song together.
Yes, because he starts singing and then she cuts him off and goes like, words. It's like, I'm just fucking. It's like, if you really love me, show me. Is the whole point. It's like, it's this, because the whole film is about words and language and the importance of language.
Yeah.
So this is the turning point where she's like, fucking, I'm sick of languages. Just fucking get down on your knees and go downtown, son. Because
it's not 1969.
That's a good one. That's the top 10 funniest things you've ever said.
I'm glad I'm here for that.
Was number one last week.
That's a Hamish and Andy power move, by the way. Oh man, did you listen to them?
Big fan.
Oh,
the reason why
they're-
I got into the reason why I left accounting is Hamish and Andy.
Oh.
It's true. I actually hid under the desk and called into the show once and made them laugh. And then I was like, man, fuck, I should do this as a living.
Well, there you go.
It was a nice little full circle moment when, like, I think it was maybe like 7 years later, when I was, they were promoting Utopia and the show that I just done. They played that clip of me calling in on the show, telling Rob Sitch that he can't claim Dill. He's like, you think that he started in Utopia, but no, he really started on this show and played that clip.
that's
And I was like,
cool.
am I a fan? Fuck yeah, you are.
He's
I love the power moves.
He's got a Dill origin story.
yeah.
I always try and do power moves. My favorite one is the when someone says that they're having a baby.
Oh, yeah?
So they're telling people now. Because it immediately gives you the upper hand, like you already knew.
Yeah, I like the one where someone's bragging about their job and you go, oh, well, someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Perfect. And the hip hip for the hip hip hooray for the
Tell me.
birthday. So when people are singing happy birthday,
Yeah.
you go in really early with the first hip hip,
Uh-huh.
and everyone says hooray. And
you stop
because
at
you're
the
the
sec-
leader, you stop. But there's a second power move, because if someone else picks up the hip hip, which has happened to me,
Yeah.
you then carry on and just keep doing hip hips until everyone peters out. I'm not saying hooray again.
Well, yeah, anyone listening, switch this podcast. Go listen to Hamish and Andy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
new season has just started. Why don't you
Only slightly better now. It's like,
All right, where were we up to in the movie?
We
So
were at the point where she's throwing slippers. Freddie says, starts to sing and she cuts
Yep.
him off.
Yep.
And he's like, get down on your knees.
yeah,
She basically cracks the shit, says, I'm sick of men just fucking talking.
Yep.
And then we cut to Professor, who runs to his mum, if I'm not mistaken.
not yet.
yeah.
No, yeah,
Just
sorry.
before that, the only thing else I can remember is obviously
the
at this
dad.
point she's
The
left
dad.
the house, right? She's given back the jewelry, all the rest of it. And then they do encounter the dad again.
Yeah,
And
he's
not wearing
ballin'.
he's not wearing the little hat anymore. He's wearing a full suit.
So we had a moment where there was, throughout the first half of the film, his assistant, or whatever you want to call her, maid. I don't know what the word is. There must be a technical term. She runs the house, basically. There must be. I know there's what. But anyway, she keeps saying, hey, there's this dude who keeps wanting you to give this speech about ethics or whatever. And he finally cracks it. He goes, you know what? Give Alfred P. Doolittle, or whatever his name is. Alfred P. Doolittle, I think he's from Mad Magazine. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Alfred E. Newman. That's who I'm thinking of. Sorry. But Alfred Doolittle, get him. He's one of the most brilliant minds in terms of morality and ethics or whatever. Turns out he does get in contact, and the dad just comes to a windfall of money.
Yeah.
And
Like $1,000 a year for like the rest of his life or something
and
crazy.
he's pissed off. He's upset about it because he was like, that's another one of great scenes in that first time the dad meets the two guys is where he asks for 5 and they give him 10 and he's
Yes.
like, no,
I only
just
need
give me
5.
the 5 anymore and I'll get corrupt. He's like, I just want some money for a pint and maybe something for the missus, but that's it. And so him getting this windfall is actually shattered him because now he's forced to get married to this woman.
He is.
And he's on £4,000 a year now.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
he did.
remember that. Wow.
And
And
everyone's
people are asking
bothering him
for money,
now.
which is what he wanted to avoid, right? So
Yeah.
he's getting married. So basically, it's his last little pub mission before he goes to the
Yeah, and
church.
he sings
Doesn't it
the-
make you want to drink? Like, just join? How
yeah.
much of a fun evening is that? Get me to the church.
we were
all the
drinking
time.
beers when we were watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
tell
The
you.
whole song is about how long he has until marriage.
I'm getting
You know.
married in the morning.
Yeah, what's he
One of
going
my-
to do
you know
with
what?
this
That's my
last
favorite
night?
song.
You know what? That was actually my favourite song.
There you go.
I like that song. Yep.
Well, we skipped over his original song, which is With a Little Bit of Luck.
Yes,
That
yeah.
one for me is the one which has so many little punchlines where it's like, a man, the Lord above made man to marry, but with a bit of luck, you can have it all and not get hooked.
Yeah.
And this and that, about cheating. It's about all his, philandering ways.
Yeah.
All right, take us home, Barrett.
Professor and Colonel are in shock that Eliza has left. And they
Yes.
call the
Yep.
police, like, do something
Yes.
about this.
Yes.
And the police are like, well, what are you doing with this girl? And he goes, it's my business. What we do with it.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, yeah. It's such a funny moment
Yeah.
because it's also this old guy. And that's when that's how the second misogyny song goes. Why can't a woman be like a man?
Yeah. The Colonel goes looking for her and finds her at his mum's house.
Well, he goes to the mum to whinge about
Oh,
her.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
And
right.
turns out she's been hiding at the mum's house the whole time.
Who she met at the races.
Who she met at the races. Yes,
Yep.
yes,
Probably
yes.
should clarify
so
that.
the gals are bonding.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's some really nice gates in the back of this scene. They're just
yeah,
Yeah, this
I
was
know
huge
exactly
for
what
Barrett.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep, they never touched. They were just perfectly aligned.
Yeah, right. Have you? What level on the spectrum are you?
pretty high up.
Really? Right. Okay.
Have you not told by? Have you not realised by how detailed we're going through
No,
the
right.
plot?
The gates was the one that really. I mean, everything else was as detailed as I would have been. So I was fine with all of that, but your noticing of the specificity of the
Yeah,
gates.
he loved the game.
I wrote
like, oh,
nice
right.
gates.
Yeah, we rewinded a few times in the gates. Yeah.
Mate, you're gonna love Lord of the Rings. There's some fucking gates. I'll tell you what. You are gonna, man, leave a box of tissues next to you if you think the gates in My Fair Lady were good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, Schindler's List, gates galore. just saying, gates.
Yes.
Right.
All right, so she's been
You
hiding
guys
out
don't
there.
have listeners, right? I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course not. We've got like three. You're fine. Two of them, Russ.
So not even Brooke listens.
That's how I check the podcast. I edit it, upload it, and then I listen to it while I'm driving to work to make sure it's all right.
Someone gets a little listen.
No,
yeah,
that's how I proof it.
yeah. After it's been uploaded.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great.
But in a few years, when we've got millions of listeners, then
Yes,
you know.
now I'll get cancelled.
Exactly.
I've been about 5
Yeah,
years.
so you got a couple
well,
of years
I
in
didn't
the
say anything
tank.
wrong. I just said there's gates in Schindler's List. That's it.
So no, she's at the mum's house. That's where she's been hiding out after she bailed off old mate. And then he rocks up, and they get into it again. They get into another big argument.
Yep.
He's trying to still hide away from the fact that he's into her, right? He's still playing it coy. He's still being a dick, right? And she's basically saying, well, I'll be treated like a lady. I'm not going to put up with this. And then storms out.
Well, not even storms out. I think that's the real mature. That's her like ultimate growth is where she just calmly. He's
Yeah.
on his fucking high horse, and he can't break her anymore.
Yep.
And
Yes.
she's just like, I think she just says goodbye, Professor, and just walks out, and he's
Yeah.
just completely sucker punched.
And then his
Absolutely.
mum tears him a new one.
Yeah.
The mum tears him a new one then, right?
think
I
so.
thought it was
That's
before.
what I
Oh yeah,
thought.
maybe. I'm sorry. I haven't.
I thought it was
yeah.
before she left.
I thought
But
it was before. Yeah.
Oh, maybe in that.
She was very much, on her side.
For sure.
And
he
he's
goes,
a peanut.
the mum goes, "Well done, Eliza." Like, like
Yes.
a little-
But also, like, again, in these old movies, this dynamic of this guy's like 55 years old and he's
Well, yeah.
matching up with the 21-year-old. A lot of that going on. But anyway.
Yeah.
Then there's a song about her seeing the whole picture and understanding everything now, and that she doesn't need him anymore.
Yep.
Does she have another song? Fuck, I've genuinely don't know. So, Ben, bear in mind, so much of the film as a kid, I would probably not make, like, watching it, I'd fall asleep
Yeah.
towards the end. So, some of these other last bits of the film.
Yeah, I don't remember singing her last song either.
Yeah.
I think it's when they're together, perhaps.
Oh,
Yeah,
potentially.
maybe.
So anyway, so then he's doing a slow walk home. He's gutted. He's
And
devastated.
that's my current favorite song,
Yes,
which starts
that's
with,
him.
I've grown accustomed to her face.
Yep.
Because
Yes.
he realizes what has happened.
the error of his ways.
And
Yep.
the backstory of that is when the writer of the song, I think when he was creating the musical, was stuck of how to finish this thing. And he was working with this other woman as a co-writer. I don't think they were lovers or together. Again, I could be wrong. So apologize if I get the facts wrong. But either way, he was just stuck. And then he's just been spending so much time with this woman for months creating this musical.
Yep.
And then he just said the line, like I've really just got accustomed to your face. Like he
Yep.
just got used to having her
Yes.
face around.
Yep.
And that's where the song came. And I love that song. It's,
Yeah.
I think it's super romantic. But also kind of funny way. It's like it's a romantic song that starts with damn, damn,
Yep.
damn. Like he's annoyed that
Yes.
he's warm to her. He's
Yep.
like, and then he's just broken, her ups, her downs are second nature to me now. It's like, oh, I'm going to cry just thinking about it.
Yeah, but again, it's like we can see obviously when we're watching it, we've only got a few minutes of the movie left, and we're thinking, how are they going to wrap this up? So he goes back home, he's sitting there, he's gutted, and then who comes back in? Eliza. She just walks back into the house unexpectedly.
And she drops her old accent saying, because that's right, she walks in on him listening to old tapes
Of her,
of her
she?
voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And then she speaks, and he knows that she's there.
Yeah, walks in, pauses it, and then takes over talking, and he turns around and goes, "Where the devil are my slippers?"
Yeah, and he puts his eye mask over
Yeah.
his
He
head.
does?
Yeah.
It fades to black.
Face to
Yeah.
Black, Dill's favorite film. Now, here's what I've been dying to talk about, which is, you talked about him being 55, her being 21. My feeling, and the more I watch it, the more I'm feeling stronger about it, is that their relationship isn't a romantic one. I
Yes.
think it's a platonic friendship
It is.
because she does say it in the fight at her mum's place, where it's like, I want you to treat me not like something about like not as a lover but as a human
Yes.
or something like that, or as a
Yes.
friend, or I can't remember the exact line.
I think it may be like not romantically or something
Like that.
Yes,
yeah,
you
but
are
she says
right.
not as a lover is the line.
Yeah.
And the further theory is that Pickering and Higgins are actually the lovers. Oh. That's why he has all these songs like, well, I'll never let a woman in my life. Why can't a woman be like you? Because it's obviously not accepted back in those high societies to have, a gay relationship. So I feel like all of that's an allegory for them being the couple. And them, having to hide their love or whatever. And also, I believe so. This is a theory I reckon I had maybe in my teenage years or something like that, as I understood more about the film or about the world. And then I think Will and Grace actually made a gag about that. I remember seeing that in Will and Grace, saying that clearly they're a gay couple who's keeping the beard at the forefront to make it seem like it's all hunky dory or whatever.
me and Barrett were talking about the same thing, and we kind of concluded that it also wasn't a romantic relationship.
Yes,
they were getting
okay, great,
tangled up
great,
in.
yeah.
So I kind of thought that initially. Then when we talked it through, I thought, okay, there's more maybe like companionship, friendship, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But we didn't even think about that angle.
Yeah. So again, it's a theory, but I think it kind of, if you go through the steps of it, you never hear Pickering talk about a woman. You only hear Higgins talk about how much he doesn't like women and how he's like, can't stand the idea of being with women, and he wishes women were more like men and all these things. So it's just like, I think, I think there's reasonable ground to think that they were a closeted, gay couple.
Maybe.
And that's why he was going to India to meet him and this and that. Like, let's put it this way. I'd like to think of the film in that way. That they're
Kind of changes
the
a lot.
love.
Yeah.
That's the lovers. But this is more of about respect for women, essentially,
Yeah.
ultimately.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that it's like, obviously there's the gag at the end where the devil on my slippers. It's like tongue in cheek.
Yes.
But the truth is he's learned that he was wrong to think of women as lesser than. You know what I mean? So it's like
Okay.
old school gay misogyny.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's my
You've
theory.
broken my brain on this.
Yeah.
one.
Oh, really?
I like that.
Yeah.
I do like
See,
that.
this is why it's the greatest film of all time. No, it's not the greatest film of all time. It's a clarification. It's my favorite film of
This,
all time.
this
Big difference.
podcast is called The Best by the Worst, the best movies by the worst critics.
Mm.
And now you've turned us into the best critics.
Well, it's nice to have sidetrack.
shake things up.
a bit, right? So what do you? Yeah. So does that resonate with you? That
It
idea?
definitely
yeah,
does.
yeah.
I did not even think about that, but now a lot of it kind of makes a bit more sense.
All right, ratings.
Well, just before we get to that, the only other facts that I wanted to throw out there
Yes.
was the movie won a total of 8 Academy Awards, not just
Really?
Best Picture, so it cleaned up that year.
Yeah.
Good on them. Another random one that I really liked. So the professor, so he had his microphone hidden in his neckties or his collar
Okay.
throughout the movie. Again, not important too much, except for the fact that he would occasionally pick up police broadcasts from passing police cars from the sets.
That's so funny.
So they would drive by and he would pick it up and he would just have to ignore it, or they'd have to
Yeah.
cut and go again.
Would have cost a fortune back then as well. Like
Yeah.
every time they had to reset.
Funny.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the scenes, if you notice, are like kind of long shots as well. So
Yes.
it's not like, they like, there's a whole dance sequence in that room where you live where it's with the carts and, she
Yeah.
runs up the cart and the wheelbarrow falls back and
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah. Wow,
The
that's a good one.
dance scenes were fantastic. The
Yeah.
choreographing.
Yeah.
At the races when they're all like freezing and moving and freezing.
Right.
Very cool shots.
And I think also one of the things we underestimate the success of the film was the fact that not too many musicals immediately translate to film well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like these days. Like Wicked is obviously a rarity, you know what I mean? But there's been so many other musicals that they've tried to make. Even In the Heights
Yeah.
by Lin-Manuel wasn't well received. Like those, it's just sometimes musicals, when you're in the theater, you're seeing people act out live dancing, live singing, it's magical.
Yeah.
Like when it's on screen, it's safe, because they know you can retake it. So it's hard to create that level of, how do you say, excitement from a musical if you just translate. So to pull it off on screen, it has to have something bigger. You have to offer the audience something a little bit more.
And that's what I was saying to Barrett too. It's like, not that I hate musicals. I don't like them, I think, in film form. Like, I'll go and see plays and things
Right,
like that.
yes.
And that's a different experience for me.
You
and
know
I
what?
enjoy that, right?
I'm actually closer to that than you
Yeah.
think. Like, I think I'm the same. There's not many movie musicals I enjoy.
Yeah.
But live musicals, yes, you're
yes,
right.
totally. So I think that just to me, they're just different, right?
Yes.
Like if I want to watch a movie, I just want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
But I think of all the musicals we've watched, and we've had to watch a few on this podcast, it's probably the one I liked more on the most end. I'd
Yeah,
say.
excellent. That's. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. I'm also curious to know what are the other musicals that pop up along the way. So you would have had Wizard of Oz.
No, funnily enough, not Wizard of Oz. We had West Side Story.
Oh yeah.
We've got Gone with the Wind next.
No?
Sorry,
Gone
Sound of
with-
the Music.
I was going to say yeah.
Sound of the Music. Sorry.
Gone with the
Oh,
Wind's
no,
on
we've had,
music.
no, but we've had.
Think of other music.
There was at least another one.
But back in the day, there was way more musicals than there are now, right? Like if you look back,
It's interesting. There were, but
Yeah.
Through
we-
the 60s,
we
quite
found
strong.
in the 60s there was maybe not like there was like a glut of them, but certainly like 3 or 4 of them won Best Picture.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems to be
Right.
like the era for Best Picture
Oliver
musicals.
is like the late 60s.
Yes.
Oliver Twist.
And that won Best Picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Right.
The 60s, just all musical
Interesting.
winners.
Annie, was it Annie Best
Annie
Picture?
No,
Not Annie Hall.
no,
That's
that was different.
what's his
No,
name?
Annie didn't win. No.
Woody Allen.
There's a
Right,
few.
right. Anyway, but yeah, I find it fascinating as well, like in terms of how much musicals were. Like Mary Poppins musical
Yeah,
again, you know what I mean? It didn't win Best
100%.
Picture, but yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about the Oscar, when one of them, the 8, would be Best Supporting Actor for Stanley Holloway,
Yes.
who played Alfred the dad.
Yep.
I did an interview where they asked my top 5 films. Sorry, I know I'm talking fucking
No,
heaps.
no, you're right.
And that is the what do you call my top 5 films, which in chronological order or in reverse chronological order is Whiplash, Little Miss Sunshine, Dark Knight, Aladdin, the Disney original one, and My Fair Lady. And 4 out of the 5 of those movies, the best supporting actor was from that film. And it was a pure coincidence that we realized
wow.
on the interview, because it was,
That's
J.K.
crazy.
Simmons from Whiplash.
Yeah.
I forget the Alan Arkin from
Yep.
Little Miss Sunshine, Heath Ledger, and Stanley Holloway. So the only one that missed out would be Robin Williams, who you could argue
Yeah.
deserves a fucking Oscar for that performance
yeah.
in terms of the voice
100%.
acting. So it was like, since then I've always gone, which Oscar movie won Best Supporting Actor? Because I reckon I would enjoy that film.
Yeah.
'Cause that seems to be a consistent theme.
I would just like to say the other movies on that list, great movies.
Thank you.
Great picks.
Thank you.
I just want to highlight though, Barrett, out of those 5 movies, how many have you watched?
Well, My Fair Lady, you have.
Oh, yeah, well, one.
Wait.
I've never seen any movies before.
Why am I even here?
This is what I tell myself every
You know
episode.
what? Do you need a new host? I think he's like, you know what? Tell Dick that we're taking over this space where me and Alex are moving in
I
here.
feel like I'm doing the world a service by getting him to watch movies,
Well,
you know?
okay, so you're not a movie guy. What made you get into this podcast? Okay, folks, we don't have time. Jesus, I'm like, we were having such good time, folks. My name is Dilruk Jayasinhatake. Thanks for having me. This is fucking bullshit. You know, I'm going on a footy podcast where someone is like, I don't like football. Oh, why do we have the
reason we started
over?
this
Oh,
is-
we don't even like comedy. No, right. All right, the reason we started, sorry.
Just so I could watch all of the Best Picture winners.
Right, but
Because it's something cool to do. I watched a lot of the same movies over
Right.
and again. I like particular movies. Just
Yeah,
not.
and Blue Healers. But anyway,
sorry.
how many Barretts out of Barrett?
Well, it moved from 2.5 to 3.5.
Because of the last revelation
Because of
at the end.
Dill explaining the movie to me.
Okay, so 2.5 out of 3?
3.5 out of
Because I can't understand what do you mean. Out of 5.
Out of 5. So he's given
3.5 out
The
of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not bad for someone who's watched it only once, someone who's clearly has no idea about movies. What was the point? Can I ask what some of the higher rated ones? What did you give Casablanca off the top of your head? Ooh. Well, what comes to mind as one of the top ones so far?
It happened one night with Clark Gable.
Yeah, actually was a very good movie.
Yeah,
That was
right, okay.
Really good.
Yeah.
That's like go out and watch it.
okay.
Kind of movie.
Casablanca was pretty good. I think we gave it like the 4.
I think I
range,
scored that a
think.
little bit lower because I didn't really understand all of it.
Got not enough gates.
Yeah. Look, Ben-Hur was pretty good.
Ben-Hur is
Right.
pretty epic.
Lawrence
You gotta
Arabia wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we reviewed those fairly high.
Okay. Well, all right, 3.5 is pretty. I'm glad I can contribute to the ratings.
Well, what's your rating? What's your score?
I'd give it like, I don't know, 4.9. Just purely, but I'm biased though, wouldn't
That's
I?
a
be like-
5. Then you give it
Yeah,
a 5.
I think I've got to give it a 5. What
Mine
about you?
was always a 3.5 as well.
Always.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, after I watched it, I settled on 3.5. I thought of all the musicals, it's probably the one I've enjoyed the most. It made me
Yeah.
laugh a bit too. I liked some of
Yeah.
that stuff in there. Acting was really good. Again, not still my cup of tea generally.
Yeah, that's completely understandable.
But didn't hate it.
Didn't hate it.
So yeah, I gave it 3.5.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on the show,
My
Dil.
pleasure. We didn't
Thanks.
review the drinks.
Oh, do you want to?
Well, we can. My partner's going to grab me shortly, so I can still stick around until you're ready if you want.
We usually rate the drinks out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
For no
For no
particular
particular reason.
Well, you know what? This peach, it's what we're drinking. I was saying it. Yes.
Yeah.
Mount Franklin lightly sparkled drinks. I've got peach. You've got passion fruit.
I got pineapple.
Pineapple. What was Dick pushing on us? Passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Yes. And then you'd think Dick would push pineapple because the after effects. But I reckon I would say this is a very refreshing drink with very light on the flavor, which is not a negative. That's
Yeah.
actually a positive.
I've started smashing these instead of beers.
Yeah, especially with the no sugars, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a lot to say about the drinks. Just
Go for it,
quickly.
please.
All right. Passion fruit, really enjoyed. Dick, pick, perfect.
Did you
Yeah.
just say perfect dick pic?
Yes. Now, I haven't had these before, but I had that peach flavour that you
Yeah.
had the other day that Barrett gave me, right? And I really didn't like it because that peach flavour is like artificial to me. It tastes like, you know, when you get like the liquid medicine that you give to kids? It tastes like that.
Oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, there is something like syrupy about
Yeah,
it. Yeah, okay.
Whereas this just tasted like, you know, passion fruit flavoured water. So
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed this.
yeah.
This is a 8 for me when it comes to water.
Yeah, these are 10 for me.
Oh, really?
For non-alcoholic drinks, because I just smash them instead of beers.
I'm an 8 on it. But now, where did again, since we have time, because I have nowhere else to go yet, where did you bring this drink part of it? How did that come? What's the
Oh,
thinking
so
behind it?
we're alcoholics, and so we
Right.
really like beer.
Right.
So we drink beers every episode.
Okay, so you're trying to find excuses to drink more.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, because we were drinking while we were watching the movie sometimes, but generally we wait till the podcast, we thought, okay, we'll get different beers because we were wanting to craft beer, right? So we try lots of different beers.
Yeah.
So we thought, oh, we'll get some beers to then drink when we're doing the podcast,
Right.
and we'll review them while we're
So
drinking
this is non-alcoholic in the fact that I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
very nice. I appreciate that. I genuinely thought it's just like different soft drinks or whatever
No,
comes
we
up.
normally
So it's
drink-
normally beer.
So
Always
we're normally
beers.
rattled by now.
How many beers do you get through in an episode?
Depends.
No more than 2.
No more than
Right.
two, yeah.
Generally, we'll just have one beer. If we think it's going to be a longer pod, or we have a guest on, we'll have 2 beers.
okay.
And we'll like maybe pick them for each other, so it's a bit more spontaneous.
Have you ever thought about trying to theme the choice of alcoholic drink with the best picture that's coming
Well, we
up?
did. So when we did Tom Jones, I tasked Barrett with finding a craft beer called Tom Jones.
Okay.
He failed.
Okay, was there one?
No.
Well, you can't just fucking. What are you? What kind of genie in a lamp do you have where you're like, oh, I'll rob Barrett and he can go get it for me? Like,
Well, I sent him a task.
yeah. Well, have you sent him a task that he's completed?
No.
Yes, this is great. I feel like.
sometimes ask him to help edit, and he does not. So-
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
each movie there might be, best picture. Where like I don't know. Let's say My Fair Lady would be. My choice would have been port. Because that's what they drink at that little
That's not a
moment.
bad idea. Like when we watched Mutant and Bounty, like the pirate flick, we could have had
Rum.
porter.
That's
you know,
what
like
they.
a
Yeah,
porter
they-
beer, or rum. Yeah.
But I guess the problem that you guys have is that you watch and then almost immediately get into
Yeah.
the
Yes.
pod. So it's
Yeah.
going to be
Don't
hard
really
to
know.
organize.
Yeah.
But you don't know. Maybe that's what part of the. If I can introduce a segment into the pod, is you go what. Drink you could have had instead of this
yeah.
based on the movie in hindsight,
that.
and then maybe
I
do
like
that the
that.
following week.
And it's hard because our ultimate mission is to get one of these small microbreweries to sponsor us. So sometimes we review
right.
these, beers from these breweries we've never had.
Well, you might want to take out some of the gags I made.
So, Mount Franklin, not a sponsor, but could be.
Could be.
Yeah. I hope they do become a sponsor for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to feel about all the beer drinking, but their water goes all right, except their peach one. Fuck that peach one. Yuck.
All right.
On that note,
right. On that
fuck
note.
the peach.
It was great to meet you. Great to have
You
you on
too,
the pod.
Alex. Thanks so much for having me, Barrett.
you
That
very
was really
much for-
fun. I'd
coming
love
on.
to come up in a different episode down the track next time I'm in
Yeah,
town.
when you come back for
Maybe
fun.
for one of
before-
my favourite movies.
Yeah, has there been a best picture? Give me an example.
Not yet, but in the 70s, Godfather, Part 2, one of my favourite
Now-
movies.
Oh, God, you fucking what have you done? So Godfather is the one fucking film that I feel deserves to be in that top 5 because it is perfect. It is
Yes.
the perfect film. And so my list of the top 5 isn't best films, it's my favorite ones.
Yep.
And so I don't know how, I feel like I can't kick off any of the ones in there.
Yeah.
But Godfather is like
So good.
there.
I'm so excited for some of these movies because Barrett's
God.
never watched them.
You've
And
never seen Godfather?
Never.
I know.
Have you seen the screen in front of
know.
us? For those
I know.
listening at home, Barrett's dad has a 100-inch TV.
Yes.
Right? There is a cinematic couch set up here.
Yes.
And has he tried to disown you? Because I can tell that clearly Richard
Don't worry, I'm going to talk to Dick after this.
My God, man. You've not seen
Yeah.
The Godfather?
Oh, yeah.
And
it's coming up.
very soon too. One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest, one of my favorite movies
Really?
of all time.
I got to rewatch that. I think
Oh,
I watched
so
that
good.
as a teenager, and I think it was too much. You know,
Yeah.
even Godfather.
get it when I was a
yes,
kid.
same.
Yeah,
I
didn't
watched
understand it.
Wait, have you seen Back to the Future?
Yes.
Oh God, thank God.
He's got something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What is your favorite films? If you had to even pick.
Oh.
Well, hang on. Forget films. What brings joy into your life
Blue
other than
Heavens.
Gates?
I don't know. Nick Cage. I watch a lot of Nick Cage movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Righto. Okay.
My
well,
favorite movie's Gone in 60 Seconds.
That is fun.
It's
I
a
do
good
love
movie.
the idea of
I
them
wa-
listening to a cassette of different engines and trying to guess which engine
Yeah.
it is.
Face Off, fantastic movie.
Face Off is, I would say, in my top 10,
Sure.
top 20.
Absolutely.
Like, it starts to get wishy-washy, but Face Off, I reckon I
Oh,
watched...
it's up there.
When it came out, I think I want to say 97. I
Yep.
think I watched maybe 8 times.
Also, Con Air.
Con Air is
fantastic.
great. But
yeah.
for me, of all Nick Cage films, I reckon that's my favorite. I reckon I
Yeah.
could quote nearly... Face Off didn't win Best Picture. Others ought to be back.
Yeah.
But let's do it now.
Well, we have oddball episodes sometimes if the movie,
really?
if we want to do a movie.
Yeah.
So you're a Nick Cage fan. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do like some films.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
okay.
not
Do you watch Ghost Rider?
I've seen that's a terrible film. Why would you bring that up?
Well, because it was filmed in Melbourne, and Melbourne's my hometown.
was filmed in Melbourne?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
There's some really fun scenes where, at one point he's like driving off and it's so fast, like there's a sign that spins around, falls off and catches on fire and it says, "Welcome to Texas." But in the background is the MCG. There's like trams in the background and
Oh,
stuff
it's
like
so
that.
good. I don't even realise.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually
filming
kind of
it.
what started us watching some movies together before the podcast because we both love Nick Cage.
Right.
Barrett, loves him. So
The Rock.
just make that distinction.
Yes.
Great
Oh,
film.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Great film.
But anyway, so we started watching Nick Cage movies and then it generated this podcast.
Yeah.
What's the Coen one? The baby. She's
The babe.
the Coen Brothers movie with Nick Cage.
Oh, Raising Arizona?
Raising
Yeah,
Arizona.
right, yeah, that was good.
So good.
Yep.
Like, mate, he like Community. They talk about whether is he a good actor or bad actor. You can't decide.
There's a movie called Amos and Andrew. Have you
I haven't
ever
heard of
seen
that. No,
Oh, that was a
no.
movie.
It's hard to explain correctly.
Hey, should I watch that one with Pedro Pascal?
Yes,
Everyone
that's
says it's
fantastic.
yeah.
Unbearable
Very
Weight of
good.
Massive Talent.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Amos and
Fantastic.
Andrew was a buddy cop movie earlier on in his career with Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
But
really?
really overtly racist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, man, Nick Cage was one of my all-time faves for a while, especially the Face
Yeah.
Off, Con Air,
Yeah.
that era.
Rock. Oh, yeah.
I mean, John Travolta and him both, obviously, like,
Yeah.
there was
Oh,
Broken Arrow. There was,
Broken Arrow.
yeah.
One of my favorite movies as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we do have commonality.
Yes.
Okay. I know how to
Yes.
pitch movies to you now.
Yeah. They need to be
fun and
action
stuff
sloth
needs to
movies.
explode.
Yeah. Which again, like, there's room for
room for
everything.
that, for sure.
But you're right, Godfather, man. Oh, what a film!
Yeah.
It's almost wasted on you.
Totally. Like, I'm going to start watching these movies with him, and if he rates them like a 2 or a 2.5, I'm going to break his fingers.
It's gonna. Oh, fair enough. Actually, he'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Well, one of them's the Deer Hunter, and there's a scene in there, if anyone that's watched The Deer Hunter,
Yeah.
that we will replicate if you don't like that movie.
Wait. So do you like the Hunter?
I think,
Okay.
I'm just going rogue here, I'll talk about it when we watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is a scene in there, I'm not going to spoil anything yet, that I think is the best raw acting of any movie
Okay.
I've ever seen.
Well, I'm so in my teen years when I finally appreciated Godfather, I was like, I've missed out. Sorry, I know we're really pushing
You
the
got
limit.
one with the time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you're right. Where's my girlfriend? No shit, she's in about 10 minutes. Okay, we can keep going. Let me.
Everyone at home's just like, shut the fuck up.
Well, you can skip. You can go home. Let us have fun.
Yeah.
I found Godfather. I finally understood it because the first time I watched it, I think I was too young.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't have an appreciation of good acting and storytelling and all those things. Anyway, thought it was incredible. Then I went on this big De Niro, Al Pacino, kind of ticking off all those boxes. So
Yep.
Casino, Carlito's Way, Scarface, and just loving. And then got to Deer Hunter, right?
Yep.
Because I know some people reckon that's De Niro's best.
Yep.
I really struggled with it at that era because isn't there like a wedding scene that's 50 minutes long? Like,
Yeah, so look, the movie is obnoxiously long, for sure.
So maybe it was a time for me to go back in now with the expectation of what the film is.
And because there's a few different cuts of it too, which gets a bit complicated. So I think
50-minute wedding scene is fucking pushing the
And don't get me wrong, like I don't think The Deer Hunter is one of the best movies ever. Like I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But there's a scene in there.
Okay.
Right? Where I think it's the best raw acting between De Niro and
the deer.
No,
He's like, don't shoot me. Why not? I have to eat. Oh, but please, I got a kid named Bambi. I've got a new kid named Bambi. Please don't. It's a real. It's a whole universe. Yeah. The Bambi Deer Hunter universe.
it's De Niro, Christopher Walken. There's a scene in there. That I was just
I think I know which scene you're talking about.
I was in my early 20s when I first watched it, and I thought, holy crap, is this acting? Was this real? It was so good.
Right.
And I thought that was probably De Niro's best.
Wait, something just hit me because I still you sometimes when people go through trauma, they don't realize it's traumatic until time has passed when the adrenaline drops out. I just realized you said you haven't seen any of those films that I listed. Does that mean Dark Knight you haven't seen?
No.
Oh my god.
He hasn't watched Aladdin.
But
I've seen Aladdin.
Aladdin.
The cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, well that was okay. Wait. Whiplash, Little Miss Sunshine, fair enough. I can accept that.
True.
But
Yeah.
wait, so you like Nick Cage movies, but you never got into Christian Bale's Batman, Nolan Batman stuff.
He's not watched Lord of the Rings until literally I complained about it.
There's a small bit of defense here.
Okay, please. I'm happy to
I grew
hear
up on a farm in the middle of nowhere. We didn't have
I grew up in Colombo, Sri Lanka.
I grew up in Port Hedland.
There are people in rural India that still
I was outside playing and farming. I was not watching movies.
Okay.
Must be nice.
wait. Okay. So your excuse is that you were on a farm. Wait, what year were you born?
1990.
1990. So Dark Knight came out in 2008. You would have been 18 years old.
Yes.
You're telling me school, there was no chit chat around Batman Begins and the hype around Heath
I went
Ledger
to ag
Joker?
school.
You went to what?
Ag school.
What does that mean?
Like an agricultural school, like a farming school.
Yeah. All they taught them there was put the weed in your mouth and then this is how a tractor works.
Oh, all right. Maybe I am coming in too harshly then. Right, you're right. Maybe I should back off a bit. But you have to understand, as someone who's a cinephile who came on a podcast to talk about movies, came in with the assumption that these are other nerdy idiots like me who like to go in deep about film.
You got one here?
Okay,
we're building one over here.
Yeah, I was about
getting there.
Yes, I was about to go to war with Serbia at the start of this podcast.
Not again.
And then now we've just shifted towards the regional, was it WA?
Yeah.
Country WA has always been a bane of my existence, whether it's my girlfriend living in Mandurah versus, oh my God. Anyway, that's fine. I will temper my rage and my trauma.
I have it on almost daily basis. I'll be sitting there.
Yes, you're
I'll be
right. I now feel sorry for you, bro.
Have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. And then every now and again he says yes, and it's like a light blinks in my head.
So wait, okay, what about this TV that your dad's clearly has a love for, right?
Yeah.
So is he a fan of movies?
Yeah, so he loves movies and the TV, but he doesn't love Barrett. That's the problem.
He wasn't even a farmer. He just told Barrett that's a family business just to get him out of the house.
I'm having flashbacks. I got roasted on the last episode, and now I'm about to get roasted on this one as well.
Oh, well, you know what? I do have a bit of, but it's throwing me off because, behind the scenes, when I walked in, there's this 100-inch TV behind Aleks right now, and I was just like, and I took a photo of this space because I was like, I think this is my dream setup. Maybe I would have more video game equipment or something like that. And either way, this is the dream setup. Oh, he's got a fucking projector as well.
Well, there used to be a projector.
My God, man. Yeah. And with all, this must be what it feels like if Tiger Woods' son doesn't want to play golf. Yeah. It's just, oh God. This is.
Honestly, he watches a lot of music in here.
Oh, so you like his music, does he?
Yeah, loves music.
Oh. I mean, anyway, yes. Okay, I will give you some forgiveness for being a little farm boy. God, I hope you learn. I really do.
This has been my mission.
I'm gonna steal his fucking TV and tell Dick it's lost on him. You know what?
is
Write
nice.
me in the will. Say that Dilruk gets the TV.
Yeah, I think he'd probably do it.
Because don't leave it to Barrett. Are you an only child?
No.
Right, okay, fine. One of the other kids can get it. Fine. I'll buy my own 100-inch TV. But this setup is amazing. Anyway, on a positive note, you have a great TV setup. I hope you fucking use it.
Yeah, Barrett.
Yeah.
And not for Nick Cage. Or maybe something.
No, Nick Cage. I mean, fucking hell. Nick Cage would be good on this Con Air.
Are you coming back here this weekend to watch a movie?
Well, I'm here in W until Tuesday. So
Or
you
to
know
steal the TV. Yeah,
what is actually forward sale? What is the next best picture? Do you know?
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music.
Yeah.
I always felt like a Sound of Music versus My Fair Lady rivalry in my home, and I picked My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sound of Music is pretty great.
I'm just excited because once we hit the 70s, there's just this golden era of movies. I'm pumped.
Yeah, Network is the one that's I didn't know anything about, and then during so my version of it is during the lockdowns, which I don't know if people in WA know there was a thing called a pandemic, and we had to be stuck in our apartments. You guys didn't have any clue, thanks to Daddy McGowan, but we had one. So I decided to go through the top 200 list on IMDb or 250 or whatever, and I didn't get through all of them, but I was ticking off whatever, and one of them was Network, and I was like, fuck, it's won all these pictures, but no one talks about it. And then you watch it, you're like, this shit was way ahead of its time. It predicted everything that we kind of go through in the news cycle now.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm keen to watch that because I've heard the same thing. That it's this brilliant movie, so
Incredible
can I get
acting.
stuck into that?
All right, well, boys, thank you so much for having me. Apologies for attacking both of you in separate moments.
No, that's fine.
I hope you know it's coming
You
from a
weren't
place
even
of
doing it
love.
to each other,
It's
so
coming from a place of love and just wanting you to be better.
We will try and do better.
we will try.
Nah, thanks. All jokes aside, that was really fun. Thanks for having
thanks
me.
for
guys.
coming on the
My
pod,
pleasure.
mate.
Thanks,
Thanks
boys.
so much, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Great to have you.
All right, cheers.
All right. See you later, guys. Dum, 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 dum.